Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to draw the realistic face sketch step by step. I'll show you the full process from the basic circle all the way to the final details like the eyes, lips, hair and neck shading. This sketch is inspired by a realistic portrait style and I'll try to keep everything simple and easy to follow so even if you are beginner, you can draw along with me. So grab your sketchbook, your pencil and let's start. Alright, first thing I'm doing is drawing a simple circle. Don't worry about making it perfect because this is just our foundation. Now I'm adding a center guideline right through the middle of the face. This helps keep the face balanced and symmetrical. After that, I'm lightly sketching the jawline coming down from both sides of the circle. I want the face to have a slightly slim and realistic shape. So I'm keeping the jaw smooth instead of too sharp. Now I'm refining the overall face structure. I'm slowly adjusting the cheeks and jawline because these small changes really affect the likeness of the person. I'm also sketching the ears on both sides. Usually the ears start around the eye line and near the nose line. So that's a good way to measure them. I'm checking the symmetry again because realistic portraits depend a lot on proportions. This stage may look messy, but honestly, that's completely normal. Every realistic sketch looks rough before the details starts coming in. Next, I'm moving to the hair. Instead of the drawing every single standard immediately, I first focus on the overall shape and flow of the hairstyle. I'm observing the direction of the hair carefully. You can see the hair moves upward and slightly backward, giving volume at the top. Now I'm adding larger hair section using curved pencil strokes. This helps create movement and make the hair look more natural. I'm also leaving some lighter areas because highlights in the hair make it feel more realistic later on. One important thing while drawing hair is not to rush. Hair looks best when the strokes follows a consistent direction. Now let's work on the nose. I'm starting with the simple shape first. Instead of outline everything harshly, the bridge of the nose is kept light because in realistic drawing, shadows usually define the nose more than hard lines do. I'm adding slight shading around the nostrils and underneath the nose to create depth. A good tip for realistic noses is to avoid using dark outlines everywhere. Soft shading makes the drawing feel much more natural. Next, I am drawing the lips. I am first sketching the center line between the upper and lower lips. Then I am shading the upper lip carefully because it usually has more shadow compared to the lower lip. The lower lip catches more light, so I am leaving some areas softer and brighter. I am also adding tiny shading around the corner of the mouth to make the lips blend naturally into the face. Even simple lip shading can add a lot of realism to the portrait. Now comes probably the most important part, the eyes. I am carefully shaping the eyes using light pencil strokes first. The eyes are what bring life into the portrait, so I am taking my time here. I am adding the eyelids, iris, and pupils while checking both sides to keep them balanced. Now I am shading around the eyes slightly to create depth and realism. I am also adding eyebrows with quick hair like strokes instead of solid lines. Tiny highlights inside the eyes can make a huge difference, so I am leaving small bright spot to make the eyes feel alive. Next, I am sketching the neck and collar area. I am adding some shadows under the chin because this natural creates depth between the face and neck. Then I am drawing the jacket collar using darker lines to separate it from the skin tones. The clothing details don't need to be overly complicated because the main focus is the face. Now I am refining the chin and jaw area. I am darkening some edges slightly to define the structure better. The chin is very important because even small adjustments can completely change the expression of the face. I'm keeping the jawline soft and realistic instead of making it overly sharp and cartoonish. Next, I am sketching the neck and collar area. I am adding some shadows under the chin because this natural creates depth between the face and neck. Then I am drawing the jacket collar using darker lines to separate it from the skin tones. The clothing details don't need to be overly complicated because the main focus is the face. Now I am just adding the final touches. I am darkening some shadows, cleaning up unnecessary sketch lines, and refining a few details in the hair and eyes. This is honestly my favorite part because the portrait finally starts looking complete. And that's the final result. I hope you enjoy this realistic face sketch tutorial. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what sketch you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.